prior to like him breaking out of the Shield and doing his own thing, people weren't really thinking all that much about Seth Rollins because like with Dean, like he had like the mic skills and whatnot, and like he was like the leader of the Shield. With Roman, like he was the powerhouse guy, and like Vince McMahon pushes those big dudes. But with Seth, he was just kind of like, okay, like he's the high flying guy of the group.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He'll achieve some success, but like, if he just stayed that guy, I don't know, he would have been like lost somewhere in the mid card, basically.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Because look at like Justin Gabriel or I don't know.
Do you know who my favorite high flyers are for like the last 10, 15 years? It's gotta be Jeff Hardy, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I think Evan Bourne. I loved him. Number three, Balor. I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, his switchblade move is so clean to watch.
Yeah.
Him and Rollins do it perfectly.
Rollins is more of like a thud to it. It's like there's more of an impact because he's like the bigger dude.
I remember at the Royal Rumble where they were just trading switchblades with each other. It's like, I do it smoother, no, I do it smoother. And then Finn Balor was like, mine is smoother. And Rollins like, mine will knock you on your ass. And then, like, I also like John Morrison, but he wasn't on like that level of like entertainment.
It wasn't.
He was more like a pretty boy.
He wasn't a main event guy.
Yeah, no, he was like the pretty boy on the side.
Like there are those guys on the roster like this guy's good, but he's not gonna be WWE champion. Just personally, like I kind of felt like the Miz was in that role until he actually won the damn thing. And I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Well, that happened.
Just messaging my friends to say, I'm just messaging this girl to say, I'm busy now, I should take a couple hours so I can talk properly. Also, I just don't like chicks who want to...
I'd go Ambrose. In terms of like their success, it would be like at the very top in terms of how successful they were. It would be Rollins because
he has more accolades than Reigns. Because Reigns basically only ever been the WWE champion.
Yeah, and out of the three, he was like the first guy to hold the WWE title.
I found that weird when they broke out. I was like, surely they put Reigns as the WWE champion.
Dude,
but then
who did you think was going to be the guy? You knew like the Shield was going to break up at some point.
But wasn't Ambrose the first champion out of them?
No, he had the US title. I mean like...
WWE, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, dude, if those two had carried on being tag team champions, Rollins and Reigns, no one would have been them ever.
Yeah. The Shield always had, like, the numbers game, Like...
No, but just in general, like, their ability. But also, like, while Roman was fighting, Reigns was being, like, cunning and watching officials and that kind of thing. Jeez, when Team Authority versus Team Angle, Team Cena, I was getting so pissed off with Rollins and how he was using the officials there. Because, like, at the same time, I love Rollins, but I also wanted Team Cena to win.
Dude. Yeah.
And dude, Ziggler out of nowhere just killed shit.
He was like the last guy standing. I'm like, how?
And he was one that got beat up the most during the fight. Man he was that kid that just took 20 punches.
Yeah. Hey, man. Ziggler is a good guy. Do you prefer Ziggler as a good guy or as like, a cocky?
I prefer him as like a cocky, almost heel, not bad guy, but almost like a heel.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I don't give a shit about anything anymore, I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah. But when he was like, you think he fit that like scrappy underdog role?
Yeah, he definitely did. I also liked his rivalry with Miz because they're like total opposite characters.
Yeah.
Like, Ziggler just wanted to respect it, and Miz didn't care what people thought, he just wanted to do his own thing.
Yeah. And it was a good rivalry, man. It actually headlined...
When he saved his career against Miz.
Yeah, it actually headlined a pay-per-view. Like, it was...
Yeah, no. It was very entertaining.
Yeah. Remember they...
You know how weird it is that Miz and his wife are like big TikTokers now? They have like a few 100,000 each on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's quite weird. They do like couple challenges and shit. It's so weird to see like a professional wrestler doing couple challenges with his wife on social media.
Yeah. Well, not as weird as seeing John Cena and Nikki Bella buck-ass nude to celebrate John Cena's 40th birthday.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
I don't plan on it.
Jeez, avoid
That was a shame. I thought that they were a nice couple. But John Cena was just like... he comes across to me as a very selfish personality. It's like he didn't want kids, so Nikki couldn't have kids, so they'd have to break up because that. It's like... Bro, it doesn't take much to be a dad. Like, honestly, like, just have one kid to make her happy. Like, you love her, so make... Like, if you truly love someone, you'll do anything to make them happy. Even if you prefer not to have kids, if your wife desperately wants to have kids, and she's crying, it's a deal breaker, you'll do it.
There was this not show like Total Divas whatnot.
I never watched that, but I watched the Bella Twins series from
Yeah, that. I remember the Total Bellas. Before that, there was like when Nikki and John started dating, I remember Dolph Ziggler was like trying to sneak in there. And he was like, like he won't give, like he doesn't want to give you kids, like I can give you kids, like it's like, why are you with this guy? Like he's just,
Do you remember what's his name? Remember when John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and that other guy were all fighting over AJ Lee? That shit was the funniest shit ever. No, it was Daniel Bryan, CM Punk,
and Kane. That was weird, dude.
No, and there was a guy that was in the wheelchair at the time.
Guy in the wheelchair.
What was his name? I can't remember his name. But he also had like the whole awesome catch on thing. Yeah.
It's not The Miz.
No, not The Miz. But either way, he was similar to like the Todd Dillinger character. Okay. But anyway, I can't remember his name. But it was funny when there was like 4 of them all after AJ Lee, and she was just like acting nuts in every episode.
Guy in the wheelchair. What, Brad Maddox?
No.
Shit.
I can't remember his name. You know when you can hear a name in your head but you can't like put a name to it?
Yeah.
It was like that.
Was he a wrestler or something?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
What was his finisher? Maybe they'll narrow it down.
Dude, he wasn't like a A-list wrestler, so I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember that whole...
Everybody was going for AJ Lee. It was CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Kane, and John Cena.
Wasn't it like even a wedding that was broken up and shit?
It was Daniel Bryan's wedding to AJ, yeah.
And was it CM Punk that broke it up?
It broke up, and like, because apparently like she left him at the altar, and like he went to the ring. That was when the whole no thing started.
So was Daniel Bryan and AJ Lee actually a thing before she got with CM Punk?
Not in reality.
Okay.
Yeah. In reality, it was AJ and CM Punk. Yeah.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're married. They had a
That's
kid.
nice. I mean, she's married to a loser though, but yeah. Bro, man tried UFC so badly. He so badly wanted to be taken seriously. Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. Oh, with the neck brace.
Do you remember now?
Yeah, I remember now.
I quite liked him as like a pity like, It's like Shane.
Oh, dude.
I'm sure in real life he could kick anyone's ass.
Yeah.
But like in the show, he was like, "Oh, Shane, poor guy. He never wins a fight. He always makes it look good, but he never wins a fight."
Yeah. The dude like posted on like social media. It's like, it's too bad they fired me, man. Like I'd probably be chasing that 24/7 title by now. Or something.
The irrelevant title.
Like he just knows. Like that's where I'd be right about.
Is R-Truth still in the company?
Yeah.
Bro, I love that they kept him out of everyone. It's like, Braun Strowman, nah. R-Truth, that's where it's at. Bro, I love the 24/7 title when he was going crazy paranoid all the time. Did it change that like 5 times in one day the one time?
Yeah. Apparently at one point he like held it, he'd had the title like 47 times. It's gone beyond that.
No way.
It's obscene, dude. Because every week it changes hands, like it's kind of a thing. It's like Dana Brooke has it now. Remember, like Titus.
A female.
Yeah, she has the title now. She won.
Why doesn't R-Truth just go beat the shit out of her? It's a female, bro. Come on. Like I don't want to be sexist and shit, but she's a female. Like how hard is it to take the title from her?
There was one. You know what? There was one thing that I liked was when Maria Kanellis won it. Like she was pregnant.
No
like,
way.
You remember that? I remember like her husband Mike Kanellis won it. He like ran up the ramp. He was like, "Look," he's like, "Look," and she's like, "Good, now get down." And she's like, lay down, and she like put her foot on it, and like 1, 2, 3, she won the belt.
No way.
And it's like, oh shit. And when she got backstage, you know the dudes that normally chase after the champion, they were about to run out there, and they were just like, whoa.
She's pregnant.
she's like, yeah, do something.
Perfect card to play.
Yes.
Because your husband was gonna lose it, but now that she's got it, you can't really do shit.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as she gives birth, that's where we're gonna be in the room with her. Then we're gonna knock her the fuck up before she'd even see her baby.
Oh shit. Oh man.
You know what I miss? The whole fatal foursomes. They haven't done one in a while.
The what?
Fatal foursomes, where the four wrestlers use each other for a belt.
Yeah.
They haven't done that in a while. And do they still do that chamber event?
Elimination Chamber.
Because that one was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, they did one last year. They do one every year, but like
I haven't. I don't remember. It must not be memorable these days. But yeah, I remember back in the day when they had John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H, all of them like in the same one, and always like Big Show or Braun or whatever.
which is weird because they never won. You think they'd be a shoe-in, man?
No, but it's like they're always the target.
Yeah, they always get ganged up. Like,
I love that one year where the Miz closed us up again. He was like, "Now I'm coming out." I think there was a year where they had John Cena, Randy Orton, the Miz, CM Punk. They had like quite a few of the big names.
yeah.
And the Miz saw Big Show in the ring and he was like, "Nah, fuck this." And then Big Show literally broke the actual like fiberglass.
Yeah, man. That was
Question: the one where Roman Reigns speared Brock out the ring, was that planned?
You mean through that cage?
Yeah.
Nah. That was obviously planned, but the end result of like Brock winning, I'm pretty sure that was an accident.
So they planned for the gate to break.
Yeah, because I mean,
Because that's like,
dude,
like, bro, that's a bullshit win. You won because someone did their finishing move on you.
yeah.
If I was Roman Reigns, I'd be pissed. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, as soon as they announced that he won, I would have gone on stage and beat the shit out of him after the match. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time it happened where a dude got launched through the cage. There was this match between Steve Austin and Vince McMahon. It was a debut of the Big Show because like he climbed out from under the ring, and like in the ring he like climbed through the ring and he threw the guy at the cage. Like the cage just like swung open, and the Austin just kind of fell out. It's like
I'm not gonna lie. As he got older, Vince knew how to fuck though. I'm talking. I'm saying Shane McMahon actually. Sorry. As Shane got older, he knew how to fight. Like the whole Raw versus SmackDown, he fought pretty well there.
Yeah, he got beat up, but like
No, but remember for like 2 whole minutes, he beat the shit out of I was like, remember?
Yeah, he held his own.
Jeez, bro! And at the end, when Braun killed Triple H.
Oh, dude, that was.
And I'm like, was I the only one that saw Triple H turning on him? Like, Triple H is known these days for no loyalty.
Dude. He had him pinned. Like, like, dude had a hand on dude's face. He's like, do you hear me? And the camera zooms out and he was like,
and Triple H still tries to pedigree him. It's like, bro.
Like, what the hell? Do you not see this, dude? Like,
oh, dude, I watched the top 100 hits of all time in wrestling. Man. Bro, there's some brutal ass ones where guys land on the back of their head. I'm like, shit, you can't fake that. Also, I saw this one scene where, like, Randy Orton saved the one ref from getting burned. Because you know when the fire shoots out the ring?
Yeah.
He did this to the ref just before Kane entered out of nowhere. He was like, bro, you're gonna fucking die. And the ref like went up to him and thanked him, like, and Randy just stood there, like, the ref hadn't said anything. He's like, bro, you're not meant to be thanking me.
Like, dude,
that wasn't meant to happen.
Bad guy, man. Like, just.
Also, just in general, I'm not meant to know that the fire is gonna come out there.
Yeah.
I love how they still pretend like wrestling is real. Like, we've all accepted it's not, and they still like, no, it's real.
Gotta stay in character and shit like that.
Yeah, but it's like, I respect it more if they just were open and like, yeah, it's fake. Because like at least everyone knows we're all happy with it still. We don't care.
They kind of did, like in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, if you had wrestlers going out there and like cutting shoot promos for the sake of it, like I don't know, like
Also, the rivalries wouldn't matter as much to the fans.
yeah. So like, why? Like,
But like for me, I'm like, I couldn't imagine doing W for 20 years if I want to be an actual wrestler. Because it's like, what's the point?
there is wrestling in there, like taking the bumps and shit.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna win on merit.
Yeah, it is mostly down to like what some dude in the back thinks for like is like right for the story.
If I was like a rich guy, I'd start a wrestling company where like the winner is the person who out wrestles the person. Like no scripts, just storylines.
Oh, so New Japan basically.
What's that?
In New Japan, they don't like throw
Say
fake
who's gonna
punches
win.
and shit. Like it's just a case of like, did you kick the shit out of your opponent? Yes. Then like, okay, I guess you legit have to keep dude down for a count of 3. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'd make it that there's like no scripting. Anyone can go out on that night and win. They just have to follow the storyline.
Yeah.
And have fake rivalries and shit.
I mean, the rivalries would be fake, but like the matches, like.
Oh, 100% real, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, obviously, except you still try to put the least pain on him as possible.
Don't try to put each other in the fucking hospital. Like,
you don't try to break bones. You just try to hurt the person enough.
Yeah.
But also, you also gotta wonder, like how many moves you have to do before you actually knock a guy out.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more. I think if that was the case, I think it'd be a lot more submissions than pins.
And more grappling instead of like punches.
Yeah. I also think a lot more countouts. Like you literally like throw him against a wall and then go back in the ring and like wait in the ring for him to try to get back in.
Yeah, like that would be a nice sneaky way for the bad guy to win.
Like also, I'm just saying, all you have to do is follow him inside the ring and kick him in the face as soon as he tries to get up. I'm just saying, as soon as you try to get through the ropes, kick him.
Yeah.
But also, I think if wrestling wasn't fake, Cesaro's uppercut would kill people.
Yeah, like the Europeans apparently invented that because there was a rule in wrestling that said like no closed fist punches, so they invented the uppercut to get around that.
Bro, that shoulder uppercut kills people.
Yeah.
Like also, Cesaro's arms are huge. Imagine just getting fully whacked with it.
Yeah, man.
Also, the bro kick, man's gone.
That's why he wears fucking pads in his shoes, man. Like, you see how thick those soles are.
I think even then, you still feel it.
Yeah, because it is a kick to the face at the end of the day.
It's basically like a pillow with lead in it.
Yes.
Because a couple inches of padding can only do so much.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when he's got that momentum going.
Yeah.
You know, with the Shield, who did you think was going to be the guy? Did you suspect Rollins would be the guy? Because towards the end, they were like teasing like somebody.
I thought Ambrose, if anyone, was going to be nuts enough to do it.
Yeah.
Because he's like unstable. You have to constantly be like, it's okay, we good.
Yeah. With me, I thought it would be Roman. Because like he seemed the obvious choice. Because there was this promo that they were cutting. Like the Shield didn't get into the Elimination Chamber. And like and Dean was like, they kept us out of the chamber because they knew if one of us if we made it in, one of us would have walked out WWE champion. And Roman Reigns was like nodding his head like, yeah. And then Dean was like, what, you thought it'd be you? Oh, I don't think that at all. The simple fact that he was nodding to himself, that was like, hey,
what's going on here? WWE makes it way too obvious. But like, I think Pure didn't realize.
Yeah.
Because like, generally when the Shield was fighting, Rollins was controlling it all and telling people what to do.
Yeah, he was keeping the peace.
So he seemed like he had the most to lose because he was basically the boss.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, whoa, why did he do that? He was in control. Yeah. He basically had 2 goons at his control permanently. And we know, even in movies, the one goon is a strong one and the other one is a nut one that even the strong one's scared of.
Yeah.
Like, Like, people aren't scared of you at your size until they find out that you don't have anything going on in here.
You deeply like worried and shit. Like, yo,
Like, no one's scared of that small kid in school until you think, is he gonna shoot us up?
man. With even after the breakup, after like Rollins turned on the Shield, and he started wearing like the leather vest, the leather pants, and
Yeah.
the one person like said he looked like Catwoman with all that leather. And just
It's also funny, like, his new character, he wanted so bad to be Triple H.
dude, yeah, that's because that's kind of what his character was. Because
He was
Triple
being,
H,
like, fathered by Triple H, yeah.
but like Triple H did turn on Evolution, so like it made
Fair.
it kind of fit. Yeah,
I wasn't around for the whole Evolution era. I only started watching properly when I was like 30. You probably started watching a lot earlier than me.
yeah, WrestleMania 25. That was roughly around the time I started.
What year was that?
watching. It was 2009.
Yeah, I think mine was like 2013.
Yeah, because like 2009, 2008, I still remember ECW. The WWE's ECW, like, had the theme song, like, playing in my head.
Oh no, mine was 2011, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That shit was gone by then. It was... Because I didn't know that there was an original ECW, so, like, I didn't have anything to compare it to, but, like, once I saw the original, I was like, damn. This so kind of sucks.
Yeah, I'm listening, I'm just checking some scores here.
Yeah. But with after the breakup, when the Shield went their separate ways, it's weird that the guy who seemed to be least affected by the Shield breaking up got to keep all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he still dressed in the Shield getup. He still had the music. He still came in the crowd. Like, just...
But I've got to say, Seth Rollins' Burn It Down music, one of the best entrance music ever.
Yeah.
The Burn It Down! Like, the whole, like, screeching just makes it sick. You're like, yeah, burn that motherfucker down.
And the fact that, like, there's a build to it to allow the crowd to chime in, it's like, yeah, man, that's a good...
That's, like, definitely a chance kind of music, you know?
Whenever, like, your theme song has a moment that allows the crowd to chime in...
You're gonna be a hit,
Yeah. Like with Kurt Angle in the "You Suck" section.
You suck. And he embraced that shit.
Yeah, it's now where he comes down. We're not saying he sucks because he sucks.
Just part of it.
Like, yeah. It'd be weird if people just kept quiet now.
Like, imagine he walks in going, and like...
There's nothing.
What the fuck?
What's going on? They tried to, like, cut that shit out. They actually cut out that section of his song when he got drafted to ECW because, like he's...
Was that copyrighted by WWE?
It's like they wanted him to be taken seriously now, and like you're not gonna take that seriously if people are chanting "You suck."
I mean, it is because that makes the fan buy into you because they love getting involved and that kind of thing. Like WWE are very good at keeping the fans involved.
Yeah, it's like
like how even like the heels will walk up to random fans and be like, "What you gonna do?" Like the fact that they walk up to fans and interact with them, like, "Holy shit, Seth Rollins called me a bitch. Seth Rollins, I'm so cool."
They are, those people do exist. There are those guys. Damn.
I feel like Brass would be that person.
Hell.
I would love to go to a WWE event as an adult though.
Yeah.
So I feel there'll be the problematic fans that try to fight with other fans just to prove they're tough.
There are those dudes who do that shit. Like,
and they're just like not taking it and like fully like starting a fight to me and kicked out.
You hear that Seth got jumped in this one episode of Raw?
Really?
Yeah, this fat dude came out of the crowd, tried to tackle him to the ground.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
like fucking, like Seth Rollins almost immediately put this dude, you know that guillotine choke from the UFC?
Yeah.
Like the dude came in like this, like Seth went down and he immediately just like, he had the dude. It's like...
Well, I love that one scene where Shawn Michaels...
Better because you have justification. It sets up a rematch, you know,
like, you haven't beat me.
Yeah, you can say like, yeah, you won the match, but you didn't beat me. Yeah.
You had to isolate the other guy all the way.
But just, thing is, I think initially, like at the pay-per-view, like Big E was gonna win. like prior to them adding Brock to the match, like it seemed everything leading up to that point seemed to say like, okay, like Big E's gonna come out on top, despite the odds or whatever, because like come on, you're gonna have him lose at a random pay-per-view to start the year, like why? But then, Roman got sick, couldn't wrestle, and they added Brock to this match. And, you're going to have Brock in the match and he's not going to win? Just, nah. That ain't happening.
Yeah. Also, like, the appearance fee they pay for me better win.
Yes. Oh, shit.
But they must pay him a lot more than anyone else.
I saw this meme. It's like Vince McMahon talking to Big E. And he says, Roman's sick, and I promised Brock that he'd win a title, so, I mean, you gotta imagine that's kind of roughly how it probably went down.
I'd be like, hey, I'm calling in sick today.
Oh, shit. But, like, Brock Lesnar is the kind of the best and at times worst thing that happened in WWE, because like Brock Lesnar is a lot of things, but one of the things he absolutely is better than anybody is believable.
Yeah, because he's a badass.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the wrestlers come across as corny, he comes across as holy shit, I'm scared.
Yeah. When he beat the streak at WrestleMania 30, it's like there were people who were like, yeah, I'd buy it, because like at the time
Undertaker wasn't happy when they chose him. Undertaker said it didn't feel right.
Yeah, and he literally found out on the day.
Oh.
On the documentary, like he was in, he said like Vince McMahon came into his dressing room like before they were gonna go out, and he told him like Brock's going over tonight. Like the fuck.
Like you say, he just looked at him for a while.
Yeah, that's messed up, dude. Because up until that point, the plan was
Roman Reigns, because then it's like change of the guard kind of
thing. And
like the year before.
Yeah, it would have made sense. Dude, even when he did beat him at like WrestleMania 33, Roman was booked badly after that. Because when Brock beat The Undertaker, like Paul Heyman bragged.
But and also, like, I'm sorry, a 50-something-year-old man beating Roman Reigns just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, at least when he beat John Cena, John Cena's in his 40s as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I was in the crowd, I'd be like, wow, this is like way too scripted. I don't buy this.
Yeah. You feel like Brock Lesnar didn't need the rub of beating The Undertaker. Didn't need that.
Yeah, he's not going to be here for that much longer.
Plus, he's already established guy. It's not like...
But I think he's like one of the guys most dominant in the WWE that will never be a legend. Really? Yeah.
So you say Brock Lesnar's not like Hall of Fame material?
No. He's not going to have a long enough career in the WWE to do that. Like, you look at the guys who are going in from the guys now. Roman will go if he carries on for the next few years. John Cena will go in. Randy Orton will go in. Besides that, there's not very many in the roster will go in now.
What, not Seth?
Depends how long his career is. The Miz won't. And he's been there for like 50 years.
The Miz? You don't see The Miz in the Hall of Fame one day?
No, Dolph Ziggler neither.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Who else is there? I mean, the fact that The Rock was in it was an aberration. He wasn't WWE for very long.
Yeah, like 95 to 2000, what?
And even like half the time when he was there, he was on and off.
Yeah, towards the end, because he would like go and make movies and shit. So, yeah. But like...
Like, Goldberg will be for sure.
Yeah. He already is. He's got the ring and everything.
Brett ain't happy about that, because Brett's like, he's one of the worst wrestlers you can find.
To be fair,
Brett's so salty.
Wouldn't you be, man, if a dude kicked you in the head and ended your career?
And then they're like, Hall of Fame.
Like, fuck this guy, man. I remember they asked him about this match that Triple H had with The Undertaker. And like, if you had to rate that match, like, what would you give it? He's like, he gave it a 4 out of 10. Like, just, dude, that's bad. a 4 out of 10 is like it's not low enough that it's a total failure, but it's
like
also
very
like
underwhelming.
yeah, it's not a high enough that it's good. It's like just okay enough not to be bad.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Plus, it's not like it's some rando giving you a 4 out of 10. Like
It's a legend.
yeah, it's just this guy's stink. I remember there was this tweet he made to The Rock because like The Rock did the sharpshooter, all his version of a sharpshooter,
Oh, yeah.
and like he didn't like cinch it all the way in. So Bret Hart tweeted, like I have all the respect in the world for The Rock, but I'd be more than happy to and in doing so, I'd be more than happy to teach him how to use the sharpshooter properly.
That's rough. All you can do is like tweet back, wow, I'd appreciate the coaching or something. Because like you can't say, yo, fuck you, what you done?
It's his move, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Oh shit. I think like something this is kind of fucked up. There was a dude named like Muhammad Hassan. He used like the camel clutch submission as his finisher. Like at the time, like Eddie Guerrero used it too. So one day backstage, like Hassan walked up to him and he's like it's my finisher. It's how like I end matches. Like when you use it, people break out. You're like, can you stop using it? But this sounds like an understandable request. Only problem is like Hassan was a rookie, and it's like Eddie
It's like, who's the F
Guerrero.
are you?
Like who the fuck are you, man?
I could talk to Vince now and get you fired.
I mean, he wouldn't do that, but he was at that level. Like, just, oh, man. Oh, shit. We were weird, but wrestling used to be, like, cool back then. They used to beat the shit out of each other back in the day. You think the PG era of wrestling has made things worse or better? You think, like, the PG era of wrestling has made wrestling worse or better?
I don't know. I think storylines are much more entertaining.
Really?
Or like the characters like Eddie Guerrero, there's no one like them.
Yeah. In terms of like, you mean we used to have pay-per-views like Unforgiven or Judgment Day, and you knew like something epic was gonna happen there, and like there were blood feuds, man. Like there was like searing hate that you could see in the performances and whatnot.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like they're wrestling at I don't know payback, but like no one's really getting payback or Extreme Rules, but there's like one Extreme Rules match.
Like it's not the days where like Triple H pulled out a sledgehammer and shit.
Yes. Like, it was a prop sledgehammer, actually. Like, so that he could bonk people for real and not worry about killing them.
What is it, like rubber?
Yeah. Until one day, like, I don't know how it happened, but somehow, like, he hit The Undertaker so hard, he gave him a concussion.
No way.
And the company was like, fuck it. Just give him a regular sledgehammer and have him, like, cup his hand over it so he doesn't do
He made it way
damage.
too obvious when he did that though.
Yeah, just... it is painfully obvious that is obviously not painful.
I mean, when you put your hand in the way, it's
Yeah.
like, bro, you're trying to hurt yourself.
Yeah, just... Also, what kind of backwards thinking is it? You know what? Let's take the rubber sledgehammer out of the equation. Let's just give him a regular
That
one.
was too dangerous. Let's put an actual sledgehammer in.
Dude.
Like, you could.
Oh, shit. Man, it was crazy back in the day. Like the wellness policy really.
When was Money in the Bank?
Like when was it created?
When was the last one?
I think it was June, June or sometime between June and August.
Fuck, they've only posted it now, like 6 days ago. When's Royal Rumble gonna be posted?
Oh damn.
I have to look for it online, or maybe someone else posts on YouTube instead of them.
Yeah. Man, Money in the Bank it used to be like this huge deal. It still is a big deal, but like...
How was the match between Edge and Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. There were a few moments where I'm like, yo, like he could do this. Like he can win. But
It didn't happen.
it didn't happen. Yeah.
Did he go back to his edge cheating ways?
I don't know. Like, I think he's done with that. Like for now, because like
That's not boring. That was his legacy.
he's all like great now, and like fucking look at him, man. Like with the
He's like that
beard
hard
and
man
shit.
now.
Like
He went from pretty boy to
yeah. Hey.
I've been through some shit.
I can't dude, like, I still can't believe that WWE made him dye his beard.
Like, bro, you're looking pretty old, I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck? It wasn't even subtle. It's like 1 week you can see the white hairs. The next week it's like proper brown.
And then,
like
casually do it over time.
Dude.
It was like, yo, get rid of it now. It's ugly.
Oh damn, man. It was there was this there was a guy oh yeah, it was Kevin Nash. Like I remember because when he came back in like 2011, because before that, because Kevin Nash was like he started
a big dude, right?
yeah, he was a big dude. He ran with like Shawn Michaels and then back in the day in
TNA.
in TNA he had like gray hair, gray beard, and that was in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember that's when I first started watching TNA.
Yeah. Yeah, when he came back to WWE, his like hair was all brown, his beard was brown.
Obviously died.
He said that they made him dye it. It's like,
but like, you gotta think, bro, they know I'm old.
Dude.
I like how they also make the Undertaker dye his hair.
Yes, yeah.
See, bro, this guy's been playing the last 30 years. We know he's old.
Yeah. He old. It's not even like
60 now. Yeah?
It's not even like gray hairs. It's like full on, yeah. Oh shit! Even like Kevin Nash was like, even when he was like going for the Hall of Fame speech, he was like sitting backstage waiting for his turn. Like Vince McMahon came up to him and he was like, you know, there's still time for you to go and dye that hair. It's just, dude. I mean, fucking. Oh shit, man! It would have been silly if like this dude getting dubbed to the Hall of Fame just rocked up like jet black hair, snowy white beard. Something's off here.
WWE is so weird.
Yeah. Hey, but we wouldn't watch it if it wasn't. It's kind of that weirdness that makes us come back for more.
Yeah, I guess. So we have two guys with grey hair will find each other. We'd be like, this is a bit weird.
Yeah.
What's AJ Styles like in WWE now? Is he still like a big player or no?
Yeah, he's sort of, now that he's not with Omos anymore, he's sort of just been floating, essentially, like
but
going
also,
from...
I feel they disrespected Bobby Roode as well.
Yeah, because he was a big deal in TNA.
He was like the main guy after AJ.
Yeah. And a little bit in NXT when he was like one of the main villains. Yeah, he was like this suit wearing dude, you know, it's like... And they even gave him like the new, you know, like when they redesign a title, like for whatever reason, like they worked it into a storyline where like he had the title made and it was like, you know, this is now the new era, and to coincide with it, here's a new title, like it's my title, whatnot. Dude was a big deal everywhere except the main roster. There is just a guy. I remember when they made him shave his beard down to a mustache. Dude.
Who's your favorite TNA fighter of all time?
Favorite TNA? I'd say Bobby Lashley. It's a tie between Bobby Lashley and Jeff Hardy.
For me, it's between Jeff Hardy and the Wolves guys. They were dope.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they found Finn Balor in Japan. The most Irish guy I've ever seen in my life. They found him in Japan.
Oh damn!
Apparently, him and Nakamura were like big deals over there.
Yeah, and Styles and them too. Yeah.
All the TNA guys just like there.
Yeah, except for Samoa Joe. Yeah, he was.
Where was he found?
Yeah, he was in TNA before he went to WWE.
Yeah, but where was he found?
Like, you know, like Ring of Honor, indie promotions and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That guy, I still don't like him. Because I feel if you want to be a wrestler, you have to put in the work when it comes to weight.
What do you mean put in the work?
Like, man was content to be fat.
Dude was big, man. It wasn't...
He was fat. He jiggled when he got hit.
So did fucking Big Daddy V. You didn't see.
Yeah, and
He wore suspenders and shit. He didn't even try to cover that up.
He should have never been a professional fighter. He didn't put the work on his body.
God damn, man.
Just like I don't believe that the fat chicks should be models. I feel like also wrestlers shouldn't be fat because you're meant to be the elite of the elite, you know?
Not really. There's no like set design for like this is how a wrestler must look. That would get pretty dull, man.
You know what I say? Go fuck yourself.
Yes, dude. Like look in the UFC. You know all the different weight divisions and shit.
There's not really fat guys though.
Yeah. Look in the heavyweights though. They're not fat, but like not everybody's fucking.
Like they don't jiggle. They just mean like fat that's solid and fat that jiggles.
Okay, Mr. Fat that jiggles. Name 3 solid guys.
Derek Lewis. He big but he ain't fat.
Alright.
You look at the strongman competitions. You look at Eddie Hall and what's the other guy's name from America? And Shaw, that guy Shaw from America. Those 2 guys both have like round stomachs, but they're both like it's solid.
Oh yeah, that big old belly is full to the brim. Just.
But it's weird, but they actually are. Like I remember when he stopped his strongman, when Hall stopped his strongman stuff. He's got a 6-pack now.
Yeah, I see him. He like stocky and shit.
Bro, he went from like a bowling ball to ripped.
Dude, like. Yeah, I see him. Eddie, the strong man. Yeah.
I remember he just did it till he won a competition because apparently the way he built his body, if he carried on, he would have died.
Yeah, that's.
Because like when he broke the record for the amount anyone can lift in the world, he had a stroke. Because it was just the pressure his body couldn't handle it. Because he's actually not built for strongman. He's only like 6'1", most of them are like 6'5" and up. So he was like very small. So he built his body wide instead of up.
Oh, okay. Shit. You remember that guy Kimbo Slice?
Oh, dude, that guy was awesome. Also, like, I seen him like interviews and talking normally. He was such a calm guy when he wasn't fighting.
Yeah.
I loved him in that movie when he was in jail and he just like was like the friendly giant until he beat the shit out of someone.
Shit. There's not a lot of. Actually, scratch that. There are like quite a few MMA guys who try their hand in movies and shit, but they mostly end up in those straight to DVD films.
I thought that Bisping was good in that like movie with Vin Diesel. I thought he was very good. You know what movie I'm talking about?
No, not. I know who like Bisping is, but like I'm trying to picture.
The Xander Cage movie.
Xander Cage. Oh yeah, I know that one.
He was in there. I thought he was pretty good in there.
Shit.
You've forgotten about that.
I totally forgot about that movie.
Neymar was even in there.
Yeah, I remember him. He was at the end. Like
you know, he was also in Money Heist.
He was in.
It was it's his favorite show ever. So he had like a little cameo in it.
Yeah, the Netflix show.
I love that, bro. I watched the whole series.
It's with
I was sad when it finished.
Shit. What's a show you felt ended too soon? Like.
I know there was a lot of seasons of the show, but I wish New Girl had gone longer. And Modern Family, I know it's one of the longest running shows ever, but it felt like there was still lots they could do.
That show went on for a while, man.
Yeah, but still.
It outlasted fucking 2.5 Men and a bunch of other shows.
See, I wish Charlie Sheen hadn't got AIDS in the whole situation. I feel like he would have been perfect, like showing Alan's kid the ropes when he gets old enough, that kind of thing. And they could have like a bromance kind of situation.
And the dude, you know that before, like once like he had gotten himself straight, like 2.5 Men was still going at the time. He actually like approached like the showrunners and he pitched like, what if in the final episode like Charlie came back and like him and Alan and Jake left, and they had their own like spin-off show called The Harpers. It would essentially continue the thing, and like the head guy was just like, nah.
Wow.
Cause dude, the last time he worked with Charlie Sheen was a fucking disaster, dude.
Was it?
He kind of didn't want to go through that shit again.
What happened that was so bad?
Let's see. Dude didn't really show up to work all that much towards the end. Sometimes when he did show up, he would show up drunk. Wanted more money or some shit. He said a bunch of anti-Semitic stuff.
He was just like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I should have just said that. He was kind of a piece of shit towards the final season, so that's why they killed him off out of nowhere.
I thought it was because of the whole AIDS controversy.
They didn't know about that back then. He only told people like after the fact.
No, he didn't tell people. The chick came out and said it to everyone.
Yeah, like Charlie Sheen gave her AIDS and shit.
That's kind of fucked that you go and tell the world. It's like someone should come out with that kind of stuff in their own terms.
Yeah. Just remember this is a weird transition, but it must be this Bill Cosby shit. I just thought, like, wait a minute, if once like the one woman came forward, then like over 50 women came forward. I'm like, whoa. If there's like 50 people that were all above this, how come almost none of them came forward? Like my mom had a reason for it. It's like maybe because maybe the reason all these people came forward now is because he stopped paying them off. I'm just like,
maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe these people just came forward now because it happened to him, but they're like, what you gonna do? Whereas like now when they see other people getting paid, they're like, holy shit, I can make money with these.
Yeah, like, hey. Because there are some stories where like someone says, it happened here, and this is what happened, and it's just like, actually, there's no way that could have happened, or this doesn't add up. Yeah.
Whereas like, they just spend out them all consensual, and they pretend like it's right for money.
Yeah. And if you really aren't in it for the money, then why are you suing him? Why aren't you going to the cops?
And they're like, oh no, it's just to create awareness. Then go to the cops. Don't go to the media.
Yeah, arrest him. Don't sue him for his cash. Shit. Oh, jeez. You hear about that, wait, you hear about the plane ride from hell? The thing from, like, Dark Side of the Ring? You didn't hear about that? Well, there was, shit, I could just show you. I had the thing on my laptop. But there's this one story about, like, it was after this European tour in 2001, I think. No, it was 2001. 2002, they were coming back from Europe, and on this plane ride, like, a lot of the wrestlers, like, they got drunk, and shit got crazy. One of the incidents that happened was when Ric Flair, he would do this thing on some of the plane rides where he would strip down to nothing, and like he would wear only like his robe. He would like walk down the aisle, like the whole styling, profiling, and then when he got halfway, he would open his robe and he'd be like, "Woo!" for everybody.
Females there too.
I mean, that ain't it. That's not all.
But were the females there?
No. It was mostly dudes, man. It was mostly the wrestlers because, like, they chartered, like, a private flight.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, that ain't the craziest part. The crazy part was that he would, like, Tommy Dreamer is telling the story, and, like Rob Van Dam is backing it up. Like, dude would twirl his hips in such a way that his dick would whirl, like, with a helicopter. And I remember Tommy Dreamer was like, he was called the Nature Boy for a reason. Yeah. He's got a hammer on him, like just.
I like the Nature Boy. I mean Tommy Boy. Sorry, whatever. Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
He was cool. I liked his like extreme rule fights. He was always crazy.
Yeah, it was fun, man. Thing is, this one flight attendant, like she said that like after he did that, he came back into like the galley where they kept all the drinks. And, like, he tried to make her, like, touch his dick. Like, she said, like, she didn't get the vibe, like, he was trying to rape her or nothing. But, like, yeah, it made her feel really uncomfortable. Problem is, like, after, like, this little documentary thing was made, and, like, all the people talked about it, it's like WWE immediately cut ties with Ric Flair.
Like, really?
Yeah, because like even though this happened like 20 years ago, it's still
But also, it's questionable, not illegal. So really, do you have to?
it looks bad,
I
man.
guess so.
Like just
No, apparently it looks great.
dude, TNA even like temporarily like they suspended Tommy Dreamer because like after like in the documentary he was like, you know, if
He
she
was casual about
like
it.
he's like if she really like believed that this man was like, you know, predatory and whatnot, then she shouldn't have taken a payout. She should have pursued him to the fullest extent of the law, you know,
That
like
is true though.
yeah, but like, dude, you don't gotta say that out loud,
No,
man.
but it is like it's definitely a money chase.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't know how many other females he's done it to, or he's gonna do it to.
Yeah, but like, still,
Come on, you gotta think about that.
dude, the dude piping up like that, like it's a joke, it's a gag, it was supposed to be funny. Like I get it. Nowadays, it's offensive, but like, just
Nowadays, I think in general.
yeah, just imagine if you were like, imagine if you were in high school and the dude on like one of the oaks just like stood up out of nowhere, opened his jacket, and he was buck ass nude, like twirling his dick in front of everybody. It's like,
We were used to the gay guys fucking in the bathroom in front of us.
okay, this just took a turn. What the fuck,
I
man?
told you about that.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I told you about Code Rainbow.
Yeah, I know. I heard about Code Rainbow, but you
Yeah, that's
still
when the guys were like fucking in the bathroom in front of us.
the fuck.
They wanted us to see.
No, but like the way you said it was like, oh, this only happened like once or some shit.
Nah, it was
But like,
ridiculous.
damn.
Gay guys are horny, bro. It's two guys in one relationship. Sex happens all the time.
At an all boys school, just
Yeah, dude, there's plenty of opportunity. No one's gonna question two guys going into the bathroom. Because like guys are constantly going to the bathroom.
this
Especially
is
teenage
messed
kids.
up.
Because I don't know what it is about normal school, but the bathroom seems to always be the place to be, you know?
Yeah. Weird shit always goes. Interesting shit goes down. You know, just like
Either there's that one kid who's like walking around the change room naked and is very comfortable and has no right to be because he's very small,
yeah,
or it's like some weird like gay shit's going down.
yeah.
Or someone's getting beaten the fuck up in the bathroom is the only place without a camera.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely.
It's funny how like the all boys schools always find the places without cameras.
Because you're not gonna put a camera in the
That's
thing.
also learn
That's
from experience.
messed up.
Okay, I've been caught here, so we don't fight here anymore.
Yes, you just tick them off like, okay, not there, not there. But man,
Those are the good days, you know. Where either you fuck or you get fucked up in the bathroom.
yes, that's a weird like phrase. You either fuck or you get fucked. Just pick
Yeah.
one, man.
You know how much the gay guys were offering for a threesome with a straight guy in our grade? They were like, ain't straight guy, we don't care what you look like, we just want a straight guy in this.
Why?
They were offering like $500, and to a teenager, that's like, holy shit.
You tempted.
Nah, never me.
But you
used to
do.
being
But you knew how much it was, man. Like they had to have asked you at some
No,
point.
Dude, it was pretty, they pretty much said it to all their mates, and everyone told everyone.
That was bizarre, man. Oh shit.
I mean, it was a big deal in high school when you get $500 payouts. You're like, shit, I ain't gay, but I'll take a dick for $500. Everyone's like, bro, that's announced out at Origin.
Dude. Some crazy shit goes down, man. Like, what were we even talking about again? Oh yeah, fucking. I remember like on the thing, like, fuck it. Why don't I just? Where's my? Oh yeah, it's charging. Like Goldust was on the flight, and like his ex-wife Terry Reynolds was.
Now, no one Goldust ever had a wife.
No, he did. He was married to Terry Reynolds. Like
He's gay though, isn't he?
no,
I
that's
thought he
just
came out as
no.
gay.
That's a character. That's not him. Like
I thought he
Dustin
came out as
Rhodes.
gay.
When?
Goldust.
Like when, dude? Like when did you hear that? Nah. That was. But there was this one thing back in the 90s where he like went into Vince McMahon's office and like he was so committed to the character. He said like if you give me $1 million, I'll like go out and get breast implants and like
No.
it's not even joking. It's like a list, like 10 10 things that were like too crazy for like Vince McMahon to say as to, and like, this is Vince McMahon. He'll make you do just about anything. But even he was like, whoa,
Bruh,
this is kind of
me as
ridiculous.
someone who doesn't, like, nobody even knows me, I wouldn't get breast implants for $1 million.
Dude. Yeah, because once you do that, it's kind of hard to undo.
Yeah, no.
And you're not going to do that gimmick forever.
Because by doing the breast implants, you're stretching your skin out, it never goes back to normal.
Yeah. It's, shit. But Dustin Rhodes is not gay. He's just a guy, man. It's like, he's like, this is weird, because like he plays the most androgynous man you've ever seen in your life. But the dude himself is like the manliest man. It's like the dude from Modern Family, essentially. Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. But yeah, he was on the flight too, and like his ex-wife was in first class. And like some of the craziness had died down and everyone was starting to go to sleep. And then randomly like they hear singing, like this terrible singing of this David Allan Coe song. And everybody like looks back to like the intercom, and it's Goldust like standing there on the microphone singing.
Of course.
And his wife is like like they'd recently divorced, and this chick is mortified. It's like, oh my god, no! And everybody who was asleep is like starting to wake up. Like, what the, what's going on?
He's gone into character too far. Put it.
Oh, dude, like JR had to like leave first class and go all the way to the back, and it was like, sit your ass down, go to sleep, like give us a break, man. Oh shit.
He's gone balls deep, folks.
Oh man. But there was a scene with this dude, Michael P.S. Hayes. He was like a coach essentially for the dudes. It's like talent relations. Yeah, it was something like that. He got someone like drugged his drink, and you know, he freaked out. Like he must have had a bad trip or something. Like he got up, he walked over to like JBL, and he like punched him right in the face. And he actually opened him up. Like, really? I'm not even. And he apparently JBL stood up and he knocked him out in one punch. Like just.
No way, he had that kind of power.
Yeah, like P.S. Hayes was out, man. And then X-Pac came in from one of the rows and he cut off the dudes like the whole back of dude's head was just like.
What?
It's funny because the next day on Monday Night Raw, like everybody was like going up, they were like JR. I was like, what? It's like, what happened? Did you see what they did with PS? Like the dude's hair. Apparently, like somebody had taken it and put it in a sandwich bag and like nailed it to like the front door of the locker room, and it was just like right there. Ah, shit.
That's brutal.
That's messed up, man. Just that's why you don't sleep, man. You don't sleep around motherfuckers who like are up to something, because they will like they'll draw on you, they'll cut your hair or some shit. Like Mike Chioda, the referee, was like, whenever he was going on the bus or on a plane, he would always wear like sunglasses and like a hat, so that if anyone like tried to like move his shit, he would like feel it and he'd like, hey, what?
Fuck off.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. It's fun. Yo, watch it sometime. Man. Like Dark Side of the Ring really does do like some interesting stories every now and then. The one I really enjoyed was the Brawl for All. It was this tournament like the basic premise is like, okay, we're gonna have a boxing tournament. You know, like the winner gets a big money match at WrestleMania against a professional boxer. Like, what could go wrong? Let's have a bunch of wrestlers, like, actually kicking the shit out of each other, thus totally undermining everything else on the show. Yeah. Right away, man. Broken noses, concussions, like, man, people got hurt. Those got seriously fucked up. Like, just, thing is, it wasn't even, like, because at the time, you know, Ken Shamrock was in WWE. And he was like a proper mixed martial artist. They approached him like, hey, do you want to be in this like a shoot fighting tournament, basically? And he was like, no.
No way.
they had a bunch of legit tough guys, and they wanted nothing to do with it because like a tough guy knows he's a tough guy. He's not gonna. He doesn't need to prove shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So what they got instead was like the Godfather, JBL, like just the mid card dudes that kind of weren't doing anything anyway, but like they look tough. So apparently this guy Vince Russo came up with the idea because like JBL was bragging in the background, like if this shit was real, I'd knock out all you people, like, cause like he did have that power in some ways, so. He organized this tournament that's like this will shut him up. Let's see him back that shit up. Let's see him actually, fight people. And it was the semifinals where, like, he went up against this guy named Bart Gunn, and he got fucked up, dude. Like Bart Gunn wasn't a boxer. He was, a wrestler. He was one of the. There was this guy Billy Gunn. Together they were the Smoking Guns, but like they broke up. So like. Bart was doing his own thing. Yeah. But he, like, knocked him out cold. Like, like, he could even, like, he went, it wasn't even like he went down and it was like, oh, it's like he went down and face first the dude landed. He was out. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, this guy wins the tournament now for the.
So I guess that's done.
The thing is, WWE really wanted this other guy to win. This guy named Dr. Death Steve Williams. They brought him in from and he was apparently they wanted to push him to the moon. They wanted him to win the whole thing. But the thing is, this isn't scripted. So he went up against Bart Gunn in the second to last match before the main thing. And backstage, Bart asked is there gonna be any heat on me if I knock this guy out? He asked for some man, and man was like, ha ha ha, you're gonna knock out Dr. Death, he's like, there's not gonna be any no static on me if I knock him out. I was like, sure, whatever, man.
And then you knocked him out.
Yes, and it wasn't even oh, it was a close fight. Nah, it was embarrassing, dude. Cause it was a disaster because they wanted to present this guy like he was a killer. They even gave him the name Dr. Death, so it's kind of hard to do that when dude gets KO'd. It's
yeah.
Oh man, that's a waste. So the initial pitch was you're gonna have a big match at WrestleMania against Steve Austin. That was the initial prize, but it changed to you're gonna have a big match at WrestleMania, and they felt even though they said there's not gonna be any heat, it's well, you kind of ruined our plans that we had in place, so we gotta punish you somehow. So they got this guy named Butterbean. This guy's a professional U.S. boxer, man. This big dude, man, with proper knockout power. Went to Japan and fuck shit up over there. Because, they actually, shoot fight and everything.
Yeah.
So they brought him in, one night only to box against, Bart Gunn at WrestleMania. And you have a professional boxer going up against a wrestler. And,
Did Bart Gunn get fucked up?
Yeah. It wasn't even didn't make it past the first round, dude. It was
why do they think a boxing match with wrestlers?
Fucking exactly, man. What was this whole thing?
Tried some weird shit over the years.
Yeah, this whole tournament was rendered pointless because the guy who won it got fucked up by the dude he was going up against, and the guy they wanted to win got fucked up. So just and most of the people who were involved got injured. So
it's what was the point of this even?
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, at least you got a good story out of it. Why not?
Yeah.
And I feel that could be the moral for a really shitty night. You had if everything goes wrong, it's yeah, well, at least I got a good story out of it, Ah. The end of the day would be someone would be man, I'm totally mortified that the chick I thought was a chick turned out to be a dude. Well, at least I got the story out of it, just.
It's but who you gonna tell? Who would you want to tell?
Oh shit. Oh
You
man.
got pee. Would you like some Coke?
Yeah, please, sure. Damn.
Bro, sleeping.